To help me shed some light on glaucoma, I have Dr. Elfrida Pambo, who is the optometrist at Lekma Hospital here in Teshi. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Well, what did you think of all the things that people had to say? Obviously, the awareness is actually not there for the disease. Most people don't know about glaucoma. I mean, the one that was exciting, well, I wouldn't say exciting, very ignorant, was the gentleman who says that people walking on the roadside, I think he was talking about cataracts.
I think most people confuse glaucoma with cataract.
Okay, so now you are here to tell us, what is glaucoma?
Well, glaucoma is a group of eye conditions. That's what we usually say, and it's cataracts. It's characterized by an increase in the eye pressure.
Okay.
And this is the picture of the eye.
Okay.
And in here are fluids. It's called the vitreous humor.
Okay.
And normally when the pressure of the fluid increases, these are the nerves that send impulses to the brain for us to see.
Okay.
So the increase in pressure destroys these nerves that sends impulses to the brain for us to see.
Okay.
And gradually you lose your sight.
Okay.
And normally the vision losses from the peripheries. You lose your sight from the sides of your vision.
Okay.
This is how a patient with glaucoma sees. If there's a picture of a boy, he sees the boy all right, but she's not seeing
it's
the
dark
side.
around there.
Yes.
Okay.
It's usually not like this. She sees what she wants to look at,
but she can't really focus and think that, oh, I've got glaucoma and that's why I'm seeing.
Yes, because she sees what she wants to look. If I want to look at you, I see you. But every human being has to see things to a certain degree in their visual field.
Okay.
And with glaucoma, the visual field starts narrowing.
Okay.
So by the time you realize they're already blind.
Okay.
So that's.
So what are the symptoms, if any, of glaucoma?
Well, glaucoma doesn't present with any symptom. I mean, it's asymptomatic. By the time you realize you are blind, it doesn't present with pain or symptoms are what you feel.
Yes.
The signs are what the doctor sees. It's only when the doctor examines your eye, look into your eyes, that he or she sees that there is something going on at the back of your eye. But prior to that, you, the individual, you don't feel anything.
But you see, we're in a country where we don't have a culture for going for checkups. How are you going to educate the public that maybe from a certain age, and I don't know if glaucoma is age sensitive?
Well, we have congenital glaucoma. Some kids are born with glaucoma.
Okay.
But usually from age 40, we encourage that you check your eye.
Okay.
And one thing you would like to know is that Ghana is the country with the highest prevalence rate of glaucoma. Just after this country, St. Lucia.
Okay.
And
why do you think we're predisposed to glaucoma?
Well, every human, I mean, those of us from black descent, if you're of black descent, we are at a higher risk of getting some particular kind of glaucoma, the one which is common here.
Okay.
And I don't know, maybe Ghana, we are trying to seek health better more than the other countries. Most people are going to the hospital, checking their eyes. Maybe that's why we are recording that high number.
Okay.
But when people come to the hospital, glaucoma is what you usually diagnose, second to cataract.
Okay.
Cataract is the leading cause of blindness. Glaucoma is directly after cataract.
But the beautiful thing about cataracts is that the blindness is reversible.
Yes, it's reversible.
Whereas with glaucoma, it isn't.
No, it's not reversible.
Once your nerves are damaged, that's it, done for you. They are damaged.
Yeah, nothing can be done about your nerves again.
Wow. Now, treatment. How would you treat a glaucoma patient?
Well, we have drugs to lower the pressures of a glaucoma patient. The pressure in the eye, the pressure that is built up in the eye, can be lowered by drugs. And also, there's surgery now. We have a surgery we can do to create more holes, which will facilitate the inflow of fluid into and out of the eye. But with all this, it should be done early. Glaucoma needs early diagnosis because
anything.
Yes, if the person delays, the later you delay, the more your eye gets damaged. So it has to be diagnosed early enough.
Okay. I know you did say earlier that it was asymptomatic, which meant that it had no symptoms.
Yes.
But I know teary eyes is one of the things that people say with glaucoma. When you tear up quite a bit, that means maybe your ducts are blocked or not. Doesn't that have anything to do with it?
No.
It doesn't at all.
Really have. Dry eye can present a lot of tearing. If your eyes feel dry, it stimulates your brain to produce a lot of tears.
Okay.
Teary eyes, glaucoma doesn't present with anything.
Nothing at all?
Nothing at all. You need to be checking your eyes, especially if you have family history.
So how is glaucoma detected?
Well, sometimes by looking at the person, we have a number of tests to do to diagnose glaucoma.
Okay.
Sometimes by looking at the back of the person's eye and looking at what we call the disc,
okay,
the size and everything, you can detect whether the person is a suspect of glaucoma.
Okay.
Afterwards, then you check the pressures. There are some people with changes at the back of their eye, but they still have the normal
pressure ranges.
So that's called normal tension glaucoma. That's what can happen.
Okay.
After the pressures, then we do a visual field.
Okay.
To check the damages and all. Then maybe the treatment options will come in.
Your advice to people who are watching about glaucoma is early detection.
Yes, early
so
detection.
Age 40, we must be looking for having our eyes checked
routine
regularly.
Eye exams.
Routine being how often?
Every year.
Every year. And where can we find these clinics where we can have our eyes checked?
There are so many eye clinics dotted around, both in government institutions and private institutions. So any private hospital or government hospital you find yourself, you can just go and check your eyes. If there's an eye clinic there.
Once they have an eye clinic, they have the machine that checks pressures.
Yes. Normally, your back the back of your eye has to be looked at.
Okay. So your eyes have to be dilated.
Yes. If not dilated, anyone with an instrument called ophthalmoscope can see the back of your eye. Okay. Those with glaucoma have the back of their eye looking a bit different from the normal one. There's something we call the cup. Mm-hmm. It looks bigger with those with glaucoma. Okay. And the normal cup is usually smaller.
Okay.
And so by looking into someone's eye, you can tell whether the person has a suspicious disc or the person is a glaucoma suspect.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So, and that is done by optometrists or ophthalmologists?
It's done by optometrists, ophthalmologists, even ophthalmic nurses can.
They can all diagnose. So anywhere where you see there's an opticians that they offer ophthalmology services, you should walk in there and check your eyes. Once you're post 40 or once your family has a history of glaucoma?
Yes, family history of glaucoma.
Okay. So is it preventable? Since Ghanaians were predisposed to it, what can we do? Is it preventable?
No, it can't be prevented.
It can't be?
It can't be prevented.
And how can it be controlled?
Yes, it's controlled with the treatments, the various treatment options that we have, the surgeries and the drugs. That's how glaucoma is controlled.
So can you arrest the deterioration of your optic nerve by the treatment? Can it arrest or...
It can, and it can slow the progression too. The treatment is lifelong. Most of the time,
it's like when you start taking hypertension pills and stuff like that.
Yes, it's lifelong. So you have to be disciplined enough.
Okay.
Yes, you have to put your drops every day on your eyes, because anytime you stop, your pressures go high and more of your nerves get damaged.
Okay. So your final advice to people, please.
Well, my advice is that everyone of black descent is predisposed to glaucoma, and especially if you are 40 years and above, have your eyes checked every year. And if you have a family history of glaucoma, make a shorter intervals, maybe 6 months.
6 months?
Yes.
You think that there could be that much change within 6 months?
Yes. If you have family history of glaucoma.
You should check it regularly. Okay, viewers, you've heard Dr. Elfrida Pambo, who is the optometrist at Lekma Hospital, shedding some light on the disease glaucoma. As far as I know it, glaucoma is the silent thief of your sight. So let's try and help ourselves. Let's try and avoid blindness if we can. If you're age 40, you have a family history of glaucoma, please ensure that you have your regular checks. I'd like to thank Dr. Elfrida Pambo for coming on the show and shedding some light on glaucoma. For you at home, I hope this show has been as informative and entertaining as it has been for me. I'd like to thank the sponsors of the show, Organic Root Stimulator, Nature's Secret to Healthy Hairstyling. Till next week, stay well. See you. Bye-bye.